Good afternoon. My name is Luis. I am currently a music education major at TCU studying with Mr. Eckert. You mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Ismael Sanchez. I play the trumpet. I also go to TCU under Dr. Burgess.
Okay. Do you have any experience playing saxophone at all?
No, I don't have any experience playing saxophone.
Okay. So then we're going to take this time to go over some of the parts. If you would go ahead and pick up, this is the mouthpiece. So pick up mouthpiece, and then the rubber you have around it is called the ligature.
Okay.
And this final piece over here is a reed. Now, these three things are what we're going to be working with first. So you can go ahead and set your mouthpiece back down, and go ahead and take the reed out of its case. Now, you have a plastic reed, so you don't have to wet it at all. But if you give me just a moment to wet mine. The reason I'm wetting it is because it's a piece of wood. So this is cane. It's specially made. So it's thin enough where if I wet it, it'll be able to vibrate, because it's, with thicker wood, it can't do much with it.
Okay.
So with the reed in your right hand, we're going to go ahead and pick up the mouthpiece with our left. You can go ahead and untwist in a counterclockwise motion the ligature to loosen it up, and you're going to slip the reed in between the mouthpiece and the ligature. You see that space? So push it up, hold it there, and then slide the reed in. And to get proper reed placement, keep it, on the flat side right here of the mouthpiece. And the very top, it should match the arch, and you should be able to see a small black line above the reed if you're facing it forward.
Okay.
And then holding it still, if you turn it around, you should be able to see the reed popping up a little bit over.
Oh, wow.
And then if you look from the side, they should be the same height.
Yeah.
Okay, now holding it in place and being very careful, go ahead and put the ligature back on with the screws facing the right side. When the ligature hits your thumb, you can go ahead and switch hands. And then you don't want the ligature on the soft part of the reed. Do you see how there's two different textures to the reed? Yeah. So you don't want it on there. You slide it down and then tighten it so that it doesn't move anywhere or wiggle around. And then I'll go ahead and check it when you're done with that. Very good. Okay, so next we're going to talk about embouchure. Go ahead and put the mouthpiece back down. Take your thumb. You're going to put your teeth on the soft part. You got to make sure that you have a nice grip, and then you're going to squeeze or firm up the corners, and you're going to feel a little burn if you're not used to firming up the corners. And then with your bottom lip, it's going to be resting on the reed, but it's not going to be pushing on the reed. And while I'm talking about the bottom lip, it's going to be rolled in a little bit over the bottom teeth. So if you want to just take a finger or two and roll it over, you feel it's a little weird at first, but if you can see on my lip, you can feel at the same time. On yours, there's the part where where you usually put chapstick, and then if you go back, it gets a lot softer. You're gonna want your teeth on the softer part, like not all the way rolled in. Not on this part of the soft part, but a little bit more in. So push in, and then put your thumb, teeth down, firm up the corners, and that's the basic embouchure. So let's go ahead and grab our mouthpiece. We're gonna do this in baby steps. So roll in the lip, put the mouthpiece down, put your teeth down, firm up the corner. Good. Now let's try that again. So roll in the lip, put the mouthpiece on, teeth down, and firm up the corner. Firm up the corner. Sorry. All right. Try it one more time without my help now. So. Yes. And then you can go ahead and take it out. one thing that's different about saxophone than other instruments is you want to have an overbite. So your top teeth should be forward compared to your bottom teeth. Not like a drastic difference, but it's kind of like this.
Okay.
So with that in mind, let's try the embouchure again. So roll in bottom lip, mouthpiece down, and your teeth down. And you feel it's just, are you able to feel a little bit forward? And then firm corners. Okay, good. Now we'll go ahead and put this down. Let's just do some breathing so that we can work on it. For breathing, we want to take a nice big O-shaped breath. Go ahead and pick up the mouthpiece again. I'm sorry. If you were to have it in your mouth, you would have your teeth pushing down, and then you would loosen up the corners to take a breath in that way. Okay, so with the mouthpiece in, we're just going to take just a quick 1 deep breath in on the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. All right, so let's go ahead and try to get a sound out. We're not going to tongue or anything. We're just going to push air through the mouthpiece. So let's go ahead and get set. Remember everything. Lip rolled in, teeth down, corners firm. 1, 2, 3. Good, 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 good. Let's try it again. It's a little tough at first.
It kind of tickles.
It tickles? Yeah, that's I don't have a mouthpiece patch, so that's where it'll tickle. Is it tickling your teeth or your lip?
My lip.
Your lip. I don't think that's an issue. It's just something new.
Okay.
So let's try it again. I'll do it with you a couple more times, and then we'll see if we can get it independent. So lip rolled in, teeth down. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, good. So your pitch was lower than mine, so that means you're not biting, or you're not pushing up with your bottom lip. So that's a good thing. Don't change anything. It's better to have a lower pitch than to be higher than me.
Okay.
But we're not worrying about pitch right now. I was just checking to see if you're biting or not, which you're not. So that's good. So you're not feeling any upward pressure with your jaw or anything? Okay, good. Let's try it a couple more times. So go ahead and roll the lip in, teeth it down, firm corner, and 1, 2, 3. Good. Now you're matching it. Let's do it again. Can you set your embouchure without my help?
Yeah.
All right. And then give me a nod when you're ready, and then I'll count us off. Okay. Put your mouthpiece a little bit more forward. A little more forward, like perpendicular to the, parallel to the floor. I'm sorry, not perpendicular, parallel. All right. Well, give me a nod when you have your embouchure set. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now make sure your corners are firm. You're starting to bite a little bit more. A natural response is to want to bite to get a sound out, but just push your air and trust in your air. Okay?
Okay.
Lots of air. So 1, 2, 3. Good, good. Are you sliding around with your top teeth or anything?
No.
Are you feeling anything weird?
I was trying to firm up my corners more.
Firm the corner. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and give me a nod when you have your embouchure set. All right. 1, 2, 3. Good, good. Okay. You can go ahead and put the mouthpiece down. Anything that just feels different that you're not used to?
It didn't tickle anymore. I don't know what I did. Okay. It's like stopped tickling.
Okay, it's probably just that initial, like.
Yeah, maybe the vibrations.
Anything else?
I'm more aware of like what my lips are doing, because on the trumpet they kind of work interdependently. They work together, but like the saxophone, like you can move your bottom lip and your top lip doesn't move, and you can move your, I guess, this top of your mouth and this doesn't move. So it's more independent than like.
Right. Yeah. They're more, instead of having like parallel motions.
Yeah.
It's yeah, good thing. Okay, so I don't have an extra neck on me, so I'll let you use this.
Okay.
This is the neck. This connects to the body of the saxophone, which we'll go over later. But the mouthpiece will go on this end, and you don't ever just want to, just straight shove it on there. I guess just for today, we'll go ahead and use some cork grease just to loosen it up. I'll go ahead and apply it. This is just if the opening, like the size of this and the opening of the mouthpiece are pretty close, it's so that we won't tear the cork off or anything. So that just helps slide it on there. So go ahead and have 3 fingers on the, like this, and then your thumb on the bottom, and you can kind of fist it up, but just be careful with this part, and then twist motion on.
Okay.
And don't be afraid. You can get a little rough. Not too rough. You can get a little rough with it. So. Good. And then you want the, you don't have to go all the way.
Okay.
So then you want the top part to line up with the octave key. This is the octave key. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close. Okay. So then we can go ahead and put the neck and mouthpiece down, and we'll review tonguing really quick. Awesome. So we're gonna use the syllable do, as in D-U. So let's just do 4 do's and then 4 beats of rest, and then I'll cut us off, ask some questions, then we'll go from there, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, ready. Do, 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 do. One more time. Do, 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 do. Okay. Did you notice where your teeth or your tongue was hitting?
Like where my teeth and I guess the back gums?
Yes, where the teeth and the gum meet. Good. Let's try it again and just really focus on trying to hit, where the teeth and the gum meet, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. One more time. 2, ready. Do, 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 do. Good. So you play brass, correct? You're used to tonguing, like, I guess, in the center, like between your teeth?
Same place.
Same place? Okay. Okay, good. So some players will have the issue of tonguing here, like
on your lips.
Like they'll tongue where the opening is at.
Okay.
What we want to do is to tongue not the opening, but not the tip of the reed, but just right after the tip. So
Okay.
if this is the reed and this is our tongue, we're going to be tonguing like this. So do, 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 do. We can go ahead and give that a try on the mouthpiece. Go ahead and get your embouchure set. And then we can do 2 beats of just getting a tone out. So do, do, off. Does that make sense? So start the note, do, do, off.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do it with you. So just remember that you're not tonguing directly on, but if this is the tip of the reed, you're going right after it. You can go ahead and get a feel for it, and then let me know when you feel comfortable with that. And keep your tongue light. You're not going to punch it. Are you sticking to the reed a little bit? Yeah, just a little bit of a lighter tongue. Yes, that's good. And then I guess I forgot to mention, if this is the tip of your tongue, you're going right behind the tip, because it does sound a little heavy. So yeah, now that I just heard that, so it's like right behind the tip to right behind the tip.
Okay. Okay.
So go ahead and get the embouchure set. 2 notes of air, just air, and then 2 do's. Okay. 1, 2, ready. Good. 2, 3. Good. 2, 3. Good. That was really good. especially for first time playing saxophone, or at least the mouthpiece in the neck. What I'm hearing is the tongue is still just a little bit heavy. So if we can try it again, we're gonna do it again. Can you think of your tongue as a rock skipping on water?
Okay.
When you see a rock skipping on water, is it an arced motion or is it jagged lines?
It's art.
So yeah, try to be a little bit more archy, okay? We're gonna go ahead and bump up the difficulty a little bit. Let's try and start with a do, okay? So 4 tongues, so do, 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 do.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, take about 10 seconds to find where your tongue should be hitting, and then we'll start. Okay. All right, 1, 2, ready. Do. 1, 2, ready. Keep going, good. 3. Good, have the air ready to go. Good, it's getting better. One more time. Good, so there was a really good adjustment that you made. I heard it, I'm not sure if you noticed, but after your first one, your first sequence of that, the air wasn't ready on that first tongue. So it was like, da, 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 but you heard it, you fixed it, so that the next time you came in, it was do, 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 do. So that's a very good adjustment. I didn't have to tell you. You did that by yourself. Let's try this again, and again, think of a lighter tongue. Think of a rock skipping on water. It's just smooth, so do, do. So if you don't mind, you're kind of going like this. Think just a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So, all right, let me give me a nod when you're ready, and I'll count you off. Make sure you keep the corners firm and don't push up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take less mouthpiece. We'll cut that off. Take less mouthpiece. You're starting to sound more like a duck. That means you have too much mouthpiece.
Okay.
So, right there should be fine. 1, 2, 3. Good. 2, 3. Keep it set. 2, 3. Let me slow down. 2, 3. One more time. Good, good, good. Your tongue's lighter. You're giving me enough air. That's very good. Okay, yeah, we'll move on from there. Can we try to do shorter tonguing? So D, 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 D. Let's try it. Just without the mouthpiece or anything. Just D, 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 D. 1, 2, ready. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3. D, 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 D. Good. For this, make sure to have the air ready between D's, so that's not like air D, air D, air D, air D. It's just D, 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 D. So this one you can be a little bit. It's still a light articulation, but you can be a little bit quicker with the attack to get that D, 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 D. So let's go ahead and get set. Remember, bottom lip rolled in, teeth down on the top, firm corners, and 1, 2, 3. D, 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 D. Very good. 2, 1, 2, 3. D, 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 D. 1, 2, 3. D, D. Make sure you're thinking D. 3. D, D, D. D, I. 2, 3. D, 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 D. Good. Let it ring just a little bit longer. D, 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 D. Good, good, good. 2, 3. D, 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 D. One more time. 2, 3. D, 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 D. Off. Okay. Good. So.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So when I tongue the note, do I put my tongue back in my mouth or do I keep it on the reed?
Good. That's a good question. So it'll be D, D,
Yeah.
D, D. Your tongue will be resting on the bottom of your mouth, or just a little bit of it above it, ready to go. So,
But not on the reed.
yeah, not on the reed. So if this is the bottom of the mouth, and this is the reed. Sorry, it's a little hard to do this. So it'll be D, D, D,
Mhm.
D. You can either keep it resting here, or you can keep about halfway.
Okay.
With that in mind, would you like to try the D's again?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So make sure bottom lip rolled in, teeth down, corners firm, and 1, 2, D, I, and yeah, I'm hearing a lot more resonance now. Very good. 2, 3. Keep those corners tucked in. One more time. 2, ready. Good. I think you're ready to play the saxophone.
Okay.
So,
My corners kind of burn.
yeah, yep, that's a muscle that takes getting used to being built if you're not used to, using them for playing saxophone. So, this is your left arm's gonna go through here, head through here, right through here. This will go around behind your back and around your side.
Okay. Left arm, head, right.
And we have our saxophone case on the ground, facing the right side, or the correct side up. And if you want to go ahead and grab it by the bell and pick it up, and go ahead and hook it onto your neck strap. Yes, and you can let it hang just a little bit. Go ahead and unscrew this about 3 turns, and then take out the, yes. It took a little effort to get that out, so you can go ahead and unscrew just a little bit more. And then we're going to put the neck on the body of the saxophone. This line right here should line up with the thumb rest.
Thumb rest.
It's a little hard. We'll go ahead. No, it's okay. Yes, that should line up with not the octave key. You want it to line up with the octave key, but no, that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go with the thumb rest.
Thumb rest.
Yes.
How do you tell if it's like a circle? Like,
What do you mean?
it's kind of hard. To look at the
Oh,
middle.
just get this line
Okay.
lined up with
Right there.
just close. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. And then
Good.
go ahead and tighten it back up. Okay, and now we're gonna learn correct hand positions. So you see 4 buttons here, but this one you're going to ignore. So you're gonna have your first finger of your left hand here, second one here, third one here, and then your pinky's gonna rest on that key. So go ahead and get that set. Yes, and then you don't need to squeeze your pinky. So you getting a feel for that?
The pinky doesn't have to move?
No, it doesn't have to move. We're not gonna use that key today.
Okay.
So, all right, now go ahead and take your hand off, and we're gonna go ahead and try again. So, first finger here, second finger here, third finger here, pinky here. 1, 2, 3. And then, yes, make sure you, a good rule of thumb for now is just to always feel the pearls, but don't always be squeezing. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, do you have a feel for that?
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, take your hand off and go ahead and I'll give you about 5 seconds to get the proper hand position. So 1,
Where did I put my thumb?
2.
Right
Oh,
here?
yes, I'm sorry. The thumb goes on the thumb rest.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and good. All right, hand off, and we'll do it one more time. And go. Yes, okay. So now you can go ahead and lift this part off your leg, put it in front of you, and your right hand is going to be first finger here, second finger here, third finger here, pinky here. So it's kind of similar, but the opposite, if that makes sense at the same time.
How do you hold it?
Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry. Make sure the saxophone always comes up to you,
Okay.
and then your thumb will be in the thumb rest again. So lift your right hand off and go ahead and set it again. Good. Can we do that one more time with just the right hand? Good. Now go ahead and lay the saxophone across your legs. Both hands off. And go ahead and set bring it up and set your fingers right.
Which one do I do first, my right hand or my left hand?
Just both at the same time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Good. So we're gonna start with just 3 fingers down on the left hand. 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Mhm.
So go ahead and make you see that. All right, and make sure no other buttons are pushed down, but keep your hands on the saxophone.
Okay.
So get your embouchure set, and let's see. That looks a little funny on me. No, your wrists are pretty straight. No, nothing feels bent or anything.
No.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna count you off again, and we're gonna do a do, and off. Okay.
Mhm.
So you got your lip rolled in,
Mhm.
teeth down, corners firm. 1, 2, 3. Again, 2, 3. Good. Keep the air going. 1, 2, ready. One more time. 2, ready, and good. That was a G. You just learned how to play a G. So now we're gonna do the same thing again, but you're gonna lift up your 3rd finger so that only your first 2 fingers are down. Okay.
Okay.
So this is an A. Now we're gonna try an A. So give me a nod when your embouchure set. All right. 1, 2, 3. Try. Okay. Think warm air.
Okay.
Warm air. So 1, 2, 3. Try it again. Or I'm sorry. Something feeling
No, it just feels really slippery.
slippery. Okay. Oh wait. What feels slippery?
Like the reed.
The reed. Okay. Let's see. Everything should be.
I think my corners weren't firm either. They're really like weak.
Yeah, okay, everything's good up there. Okay, yeah, let's try it again. Firm corners. I know it hurts, but it's building that muscle. Make sure you're not pushing anything down over here or down here. So 1, 2, 3. Good. 2, 3. Don't bite. Think warm air. Okay, let me make sure. Let me go ahead and see. Make sure that the reed didn't slip around or anything. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, this should be good. We'll go ahead and hook it back up. Oh, that's not. There we go.
Can you make this a little smaller, even more?
Where?
Because I feel like my
Oh,
head
okay.
is
Sorry. Yes.
even like it's closer to me. I don't know.
Try. Does that feel better now?
Yeah, it feels a lot better.
Okay.
See my fingers.
There you go. So then 1 and 2. And then let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go ahead and set your, we'll call this rest. Take your hand in front of you and blow cold air onto your hand. Okay. Now blow warm air. Cold air. Warm air. All right, now let's go back to playing. Think warm air, okay? So right here, just the first 2 fingers. Make sure nothing else is being pushed down. 1, 2, 3. Try taking a little bit more mouthpiece. A little bit more. Just 1, 2, 3. Okay. Your airspeed's good. Try to focus your air a little bit more, because if the mouthpiece is this big, your air's hitting like all around here. So focus more on the mouthpiece, like you're playing through a straw.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Good. Good. Lighten up your tongue. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're gonna learn one more note, B. So it's just the first finger, and then make sure to keep your fingers on the pearls, but not squeezing. And then you're on the smaller one, so move down 1 right there. All right, make sure these aren't being pushed down, just the first finger, okay? And use your thumbs to support. So set the embouchure, roll in the lip, teeth down, firm corners, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Again, 2, 3. Good. And let's go ahead and I want you to repeat after me, okay? Let's see, once this thing fires up. So, we're just going to be using 3 notes. B, A, and G. Now, which fingers do you have down for G?
1, 2, 3.
And then for an A?
1, 2.
And then for a B?
1.
Okay, so this should be your B. Go ahead. Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. There we go. So, okay. I want you to repeat after me. I'll do 1 measure at a time. So I'll do 4 beats, and then you'll get 4 beats. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, and. Good. Good, very good. All right. Ismail, do you have any questions for me about anything? How anything feels, how anything goes? Posture.
This, like, I noticed when I play and it doesn't sound good, and I firm up my corners like a lot. Is that normal? Like how firm are your corners?
Let's see.
Cause like I don't know if I can show you. Like when I play bad, I feel like I'm doing like this. But when I play better, I play like this.
Yeah. See, you're wanting to push your chin up.
My chin up.
Your bottom lip. But you just gotta remember that your air is gonna control a lot more of the sound than your bottom lip will. Because like when you, even me, sometimes when I'm like feeling a little bit uneasy, I'll push up my lip and it works. It'll get a sound out, but it won't be the best sound that it can be. So you really just have to give a little bit more air.
Okay.
And then make sure the corners are firm. It's gonna feel like a lot, especially when you're not used to it, but that muscle will build up over time.
Okay.
So, any more questions?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
Pretty fun.
All right. Thank you, Ismail. Hope you have a good day.
You too.